Hello, Jim here. I'd like to give you a tour of my workshop, show you what I have in it, so you can get a better understanding of how I make things. As you can see, my workshop is in the garage that I share with the wife's car. I'm limited to one bay, but I've got things laid out pretty well where I can do my wood turning and wood shop work without moving any tools or equipment around, and even keep her car in the garage, which is really convenient. This shot is taken from the kitchen door looking out into the garage. Stepping down and walking into the garage, of course the workhorse is going to be the lathe. In this case mine is a Powermatic, which is a heavy-duty lathe, very strong. I really enjoy it. As you can see, there are some wood turning tools that are on the ways right there, as well as I built in some tool racks right above the lathe, which are really convenient to access. Calipers are on magnetic strips, again right above the lathe, easy to grab a hold of. Behind the lathe in those plastic containers are actually sanding discs of various grits, which are easy to grab and do power sanding on. Going down from the lathe, I have a workbench I built myself, which is my sharpening station, again right next to the lathe. And on top of this workstation I also have my drill press, which is a Delta drill press. Above the workstation I have various tools on magnetic strips, supplies. Going up, you can see I have a vacuum pump for my vacuum chucks I use in the lathe. I got various clamps, and on top of those clamps are bandsaw blades I'm storing. But it works out real well. More storage below this workstation I built. Next to it I have a jet air filtering system. Works real well. This is hooked up mainly to the lathe, but it's also can be hooked up to the other equipment in the shop. Next to that is my Laguna 16-inch heavy-duty bandsaw. Works great, where I can cut up blanks and use them. Over here, hopefully you can see next to the door, there's a grinder here, but below that is, you can't see it really well, it's in a plastic bag to protect it, is a jet spindle sander. Next to that is my table saw. I have a saw stop table saw. But I use it for also a workstation when I'm not using the table saw. And what I did with this table saw, on one of the wings I built out a router table. You can't see it because it's covered right now, but it has its own power switch, and I have a big power cable in their router. I use the same fence as my came with the table saw as my fence for the router table. I just put an overlay on it so I could use that with the router table. But it works as a good workstation too, remembering I'm limited to a small footprint in this garage, and having a router table with the table saw and a workstation gives me 3 tools in one. Turning around and looking at the other side over here, I have more tool storage, and over here is really where I do all my woodworking. I have a lot of hand planes, and this is my woodworking bench. Over here are more tools. Over here is my chop saw. Next to the chop saw I have tools hanging on a refrigerator, and the refrigerator is full of cold drinks, refreshments that you always need in the shop area. These cabinets above this bench here are just full of supplies I use for my wood turning. You'll see I have color supplies for airbrush, wood burning stuff, pen kits and bottle stoppers and all whatnot things you collect when you're wood turning, and glues and so forth. The cabinet that is above the lathe, I keep all my finishing supplies. So in this cabinet you'll see that it's chock full of a wide variety of cleaning supplies, finishing supplies, stains and so forth. Above that are more jam chucks in the box and the Beal buffing system. Taking a look over here on the other side of the car is my wood storage area, and I got some baker's racks at a restaurant supply house, which works real fine for storing my wood that I'm going to be turning. It's right here. This morning I turned some green wood blanks, which are in this plastic bag here, till I can get around to turning them to keep them fresh. So that's basically what the shop looks like. It works out real well, and I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Thank you.